Aloha, and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Coldwell Banker Sakamoto Properties. My husband Roy is here with me today, as we've been doing for a while, in the studio. Roy Sakamoto.
Yeah, what a great lead-in song, huh?
Don't you love it? Danny Couch. Everybody should look him up. Google him, find some of his music, get I Love Hawaii, put it in your car somehow, and blare it at all times, because certainly whoever is that's here right now, living here, visiting here, we do all love Hawaii. And anyone that's been here once is just selling their soul to get back here again, wouldn't you say?
Oh, no question. Absolutely.
No question.
Yeah.
Well, we're here with a lot of different real estate thoughts today. I think we have Dr. Norm Eston checking back in with us today about what's going on with the COVID and what the solutions are and what's happening with vaccinations and non-vaccinations. And so we'll get his update for Maui. And
we have Chris Meyer from Meyer Computer.
He's the person that keeps our website going. And we were just sitting here at the last minute talking about all these different people that have come from our website. And I was saying somebody came in to look at one of my properties recently with their own realtor. But he was so happy to meet me because he loves our website. And it really struck me funny. He was almost embarrassed then that he was with someone else. But I said, no, the website works. I mean, this is good. Chris has people that are paying attention to it, looking at our properties, calling us, and thinking about our listings. So life is good.
Yeah, SakamotoProperties.com.
Yeah.
Check it out. Thanks to Meyer Computer. It's a great website and full of information for both buyers and sellers of real estate here on Maui.
It's really perfect. And again, it's worked for us for, I keep saying it's a long, like 20 plus years, but I think it is. I said 30 a while ago, but time is flying.
Chris
so
isn't that old.
No, that's right. Chris is too young to have been 30 years, but whatever.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
No, it's a great website, SakamotoProperties.com.
So check that out or call us, Roy Sakamoto, 808-870-7060, or myself, Betty Sakamoto, 808-870-7062. We're available a good deal of the time on those phones, or leave us a message or email us, Roy@SakamotoProperties.com, Betty@SakamotoProperties.com. You will find us one way or another, or come to our office, 700 Office Road at Kapalua. We're right next to the Kapalua Florist and next to the Poorhouse Restaurant and Sansei, kind of in the heart of Kapalua. We've got great little spots there for people to come by and hang out for a few minutes and talk with us or our agent who's sitting there, learn more about Kapalua or about real estate in general, but come by our office.
Yeah.
We'll always get you a cup of
Come
coffee.
by, talk story, whatever. We're always open and, happy to help.
I kind of noticed Roy prints usually for each of the
know
time
what?
we're here.
First, though,
What?
we've got some big real estate news here.
Ooh, we do. Yes. I think Roy's ready to make the announcement, or maybe I am.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We've had a great new assortment of people join our office, led by Marianne Fitch and Nam Leviette, and Joe Dorner and Mihaela Stoops and
Ray Chen.
I mean, Ray is going to bring
Fuller.
a lot of youth and excitement in his own way, always.
No, so welcome to Marianne and her great team. It's going to be a big asset to Coldwell Banker, and great asset to our team also.
Well, they were all in the office, or the majority of, probably everybody was there for a while the other day. And it was really a lot of fun because we had some of the training people there to kind of show them all of the different things that Coldwell Banker does to make life easier for all of the agents, ourselves included. And they had a training session, and we all had a lot of fun with it and shared stories. And Marianne and I laughed a lot about the fact that we all worked together back in the early days, and here we are again. So it's really exciting for all of us. We're looking forward to the months to come. We've all got things that we've been working on together, and I think it's going to really be a successful group together.
Successful and fun.
And fun. It's really super.
And
Joe
very
Dorner,
effective.
great to be there.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun with Joe the other day. She and Mihaila work together a lot now, and they seem to really have formed a great partnership of sorts. I think Mihaila is amazing.
Yes.
Who else? I mean, there's a few more we're missing.
Well, Steve Fuller.
Steve Fuller, absolutely. Steve is fabulous. You know, he's done so much over his years, and he's like we are. You know, I guess we're the senior statesmen.
Yeah, another new addition is David Quant.
David Quant. He had been with Kapalua Realty and had moved along from that, but we had been hoping for a while he would join forces with us. So he's come on board, and again, he's someone that loves Kapalua, totally attached, and that's what we all need, because I think Kapalua is the best, but it needs the best available in all agents, and I think we've got it. We're doing really great with that now.
Oh, no question. Absolutely.
Superb.
So, again, call us, Roy, at 808-870-7060, and Betty at 808-870-7062.
Perfect. So check in with us. Again, we're going to have Norm Eston calling in. We might come up with a couple of listings right now to mention that we haven't talked about, or maybe we have in the past. You know, one Mihaila has that she had mentioned to me the other day, Napili Puamala, listed.
Yeah, brand new listing, right.
Yeah, $395. Really is great. And in the heart of Napili. Can't be any better than that.
No question, yeah. And here's one that I'm surprised is still on the market. Rick Kepler's listing at Kahana Manor. It's a one-bedroom, one-bath condominium. Apartment number is 313. Listed at $539. It's a great buy. Fee simple, $539,000. Rick Kepler, 808-283-3729. Give Rick a call. Tell him you want to see his Kahana Manor listing.
You know, another listing that we've talked about off and on, and this one should have sold by now, but it's been occupied quite a bit, and it's made it difficult. It's at 1133 Front Street, very close to Baby Beach, $1,995,000, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. It's really one of the most amazing properties around, and it's so in the heart of what's happening on the west side. You know,
Yes.
anything on Front Street, I think, really sets the tone, and it should be one that people are taking a look at. You'd have to check with Elizabeth Quayle, because I know the owner has been able to do short-term rentals there, which will not be sold with the property, but Elizabeth can let you know when it's occupied and get you in to see it. Her number is 276-6061, Elizabeth Quayle, and she's got some amazing listings in addition to that one. But really talk to Elizabeth on it. I don't have all of the particulars.
Yeah, we're skipping around a little bit, but here's a condominium, Kanapali Shores, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Unit number is 826. It's listed by Reiko Hata. Reiko can be reached at 808-250-3482. This is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Kanapali Shores is a great development. It's on 10 acres. It's this apartment is about 717 square feet, listed at $749. Great price, $749 for apartment number 826 at Kanapali Shores.
Roy and I have a new listing at Kapalua, 21 Coconut Grove. Now, anybody looking for something in the heart of Kapalua, right oceanfront, give us a call on that. It's listed at $5.8 million. One of a kind, totally one of a kind, in perfect shape, and we can show it with relatively short notice the majority of the time. So just give us a call on that, and that is obviously a highly specialized property, but it's really worth, if it's something that you've been looking for, because there hasn't been anything with quite this location available. Ground floor, so you walk right out to Kapalua Bay. You can easily walk to the Montage if you were going for dinner, the spa, anything else that you might be doing. The tennis garden is right across the road from there at Kapalua, and there's everything.
Yeah, and there's also an indoor atrium courtyard. With
That's
this
one of the
apartment.
things. The indoor areas are amazing because it has around 2,400 square feet interior, plus these atrium or indoor courtyard.
Yeah.
That they've got actually a table set up so that you can have additional eating location. It's a great spot to have a desk, which we had somebody in the other day that their first thing was that they would set it up. So there was a desk out there because that's where they would work all day. You wouldn't want to necessarily be sitting out front, where people are heading to the beach or it's sunnier. This place, you could just be there all the time, which brings, in general, I think there's almost 600 square feet. Do you remember the number there?
It's, 6 something.
600
Right.
between the different interior courtyard areas. So give us a call on that one. And
Yeah, that on top of the 2,400 square feet enclosed space.
That's right.
Yeah.
So give us a call if that's something we should know. We haven't heard from Norm yet, huh?
No,
Nope,
but
no Norm
we've got
Aston.
more properties.
Okay.
So here's a Papakea condominium, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, listed by Kristen Kingwell. Kristen can be reached at 808-281-7313. And this is a great location. It's G406. It's the top floor in building G, listed at $1,499,000 at the really popular Papakea Resort. It's if you're not familiar with Papakea, it's a great development, oceanfront. Call Kristen, 808-281-7313, and this unit number is G406.
Hey, Roy, when we got here, we were talking to Cindy Paulus for a few minutes, and she was talking about it being the holiday season. And one of the things that we've talked about on the show over the last many years around this time of year is coming up to Thanksgiving and Christmas and things that we can do for one another. And I think it is time to start thinking about that. Remember how we've all talked about thinking of the things that you can do for your neighbors, to take care of neighbors, exchange books, help them if somebody needs like maybe a little babysitting time when they're getting ready to be shopping. And I know it's kind of an odd one to throw it out this minute, but it just hit me with her when we talked to Cindy, and now I think it is worth reminding people of that.
Well, we are a village here on Maui, and Maui, just driving on Maui, when people let you out into traffic and so forth, you certainly don't get that in New York, where we were in New York a couple of weeks ago. You're lucky if you're able to edge out into traffic, any kind of traffic.
When we got here to the radio show today, we usually park across the street, which is, I think, Central, isn't it, in Wailuku. And, so we're there, and you've got to cross. Traffic is going both ways. And almost every time we're there, but today in particular, a car came in the one direction and made a big point of stopping. And then there was a car coming in the other direction who kind of saw that happening and did exactly the same thing. And everybody was waving and friendly and happy. But again, this is, like you say, it's a village, and it takes a village.
It's Maui.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's help our neighbors. Holiday season coming up. It's a great time to start or continue doing what we've all been doing.
Mm-hmm. But let's all keep it up. And we have Dr. Norm Aston is on the phone. He's getting ready to take a little short trip out of town for a couple of things. But he called in to us from the airport to give us an update so none of us lose track of what's going on with the coronavirus right now. Aloha, Norm.
Hey, aloha, Betty and Roy. Good morning to you all. Nothing but good news to report about the coronavirus right now. Hawaii's been doing a great job. As you've been following on the news, the case counts are going down. The people getting very sick and in the hospital are going down. The number of people getting vaccinated is going up. And the government is finally responding at both the county and state level. So we're opening up the restaurants a little bit. We're opening up the sporting events a little bit. For example, restaurants will be at full capacity as long as they're checking vaccine cards. Sporting events, they're going to allow 4 people per registered player, so families are going to go. So we're opening up the state slowly, and that's in response to the fact that we've done a good job in terms of protecting each other. And the letter I want everybody to remember is V. That's the letter of the day, pretty like Sesame Street. So V as in Hawaii, but V stands for vaccination and ventilation. So if you haven't been vaccinated yet, you want to get it. If you know somebody who hasn't, you want to encourage them to. We still have people in the hospital, and every single person who's in the hospital, every single one, without an exception, has not been vaccinated. So if you get a vaccine, you will be protected from getting very sick, you'll be protected from being in the hospital, and you'll be protected from dying. So it's a dramatic prevention. The other thing about the letter V is ventilation. Remember, this is a germ that's spread in the air, not so much on the surfaces, but in the air. So if you're outdoors in a room with good ventilation, you're much more protected. And so if you're indoors with the windows closed and doors closed, you got a lot of people around, especially not wearing masks, you're exposed because there's still some out there. It's very little. It's below 2% now. It's a little bit over 1%. But remember, we're opening up the state. So as of Monday, November 8th, we are opening up the gates to anybody from other countries. As long as they can show that they've been vaccinated or have a negative test, they can come in. There'll be some leakage. So we're going to expect more cases, probably December and January. There'll be a little bump. This is not, out of the ordinary for us, but we know how to handle it. So we want to still be careful around a lot of visitors, around a lot of strangers, and around group gatherings. I hope our folks out there are getting a booster. If you've had the Moderna or the Pfizer, it's best to stay with that same product for your booster. If your first shot was the Johnson & Johnson, otherwise known as the J&J, the advice now is to get a booster that's either Moderna or Pfizer, either one, anytime after 3 or 4 months after the original one. And the other exciting news is, as everybody knows, the pediatric or KAOI version of the vaccine has been approved. So that's for anybody between 5 and 11. It's a lower dose, and all the pediatricians and schools will be having it, and that's going to help as well.
Hey, Norm, now that you're mentioning that about the state opening up a lot more, it might be a good time for some of our unvaccinated residents to be thinking about it and maybe talk to your doctor or talk to whoever the people are in your life that you love and see if you have it in your heart to make a different decision. Now, I know for some people there are medical reasons or there's some religious reasons, and certainly we don't want to make that difficult for someone. But again, I think what you've just said, we're going to have a lot of people here again, so someone unvaccinated could surely end up with COVID, in which case you could spread it to others. So don't you think everybody should really be thinking about that again as Monday rolls around?
Well, I think that's a great point. And for instance, we have a number of high-profile people who say, well, I made a personal decision. Let's say Aaron Rodgers, who's the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers that a lot of people follow, and he was positive yesterday, and he said, well, I just made a personal decision not to get vaccinated. And the problem is he's not only affecting himself, but he's affecting his whole team because he's not going to be able to play against the Chiefs this weekend. And, their chances of winning are going down a lot if he's not playing. He's the face and the star of the NFL. And it wasn't just a personal decision for him, but it affects the whole team and everybody around him because he can carry that positive virus and expose everybody else to it. And some of those people are going to have a weak immune system or be susceptible to the virus. So you have to be thinking of like anything beyond yourself and how are you affecting those in your family, those in your community, and those you come in contact with. You're absolutely right.
Well, Norm, I guess you got a flight coming up. It's 12:24 and 18 seconds.
Yeah, I think the mainland is it's a patchwork. Some of the states are doing great. Some of them are doing not so great. And the states that aren't doing great are the ones where you have a lot of people in rural areas who chose not to get vaccinated. The Dakotas still have a problem. Colorado, as of yesterday, has such a problem that they are going to have to keep people out of the hospital. So, and this is unprecedented for this country. There are people who go to the emergency room and cannot be let in because the hospital is overcrowded. And they had to get permission from Washington, from the CDC, from the federal government to say, we're going to have to close the doors here because there's no place to put people. We already have them in the hallways. Now, some of the states are doing great. The ones that have high vaccination rates are doing fantastically. Others are, not so good. So it's going to be like that around the country for a while and around the world for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough on everybody. Well, we're right now down to about the 4-minute warning. Exactly, we're 4-minute warning. So we'll let you head out to your flight, Norm, travel safely, and get back here. I think we've given you like 2 days off the island.
Fantastic. Thanks. I'm so happy to report good news, and we've done a great job, and we have to not let our guard down and keep paying attention, and we'll get through this fine, and we'll get back to normal as soon as we can. Thank you.
Thank you,
Betty,
Norm.
Roy.
Take care, Norm.
Take care, and aloha.
Thanks to you and Doctors on Call. And Norm Eston has done so much, and his company, Doctors on Call, to see to it that people are protected and taken care of at this difficult time. So I guess, do we want to do a few more
here's
listings?
one.
Or
Here's one listed by Marianne Fitch. This is at the Montage. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 baths. If you're familiar with the Montage, this is a great location. Unit number is 5103. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 baths, listed at $3,575,000. $3,575,000. Call Marianne, 808-250-1583. This is one that is certainly going to sell soon.
Montage has a great rental program on site there. And so that a lot of people do end up putting it in a rental program, although because of its location, it's also a place that people will call home and want to be able to spend a good deal of their life there.
Yeah.
So there are people that have lived there, from the time it was brand new. So I
this
think
is a ground floor, nice little yard in front of you. It's a fantastic location. Never rented. It was owner occupied till very recently.
Yeah, it is a great, great location. Restaurants there are super. You're, again, close to everything. You're close to the tennis courts at Kapalua, the Kapalua Bay Course, not that far away from the plantation. And you're just a short walk up the road to the office of Coldwell Banker Kapalua.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So
come by and visit us. Come on up and talk to us, talk to the agent who's around, and call us.
And check out our website, sakamotoproperties.com. It'll give you all the latest information on what's for sale, what has sold recently through the Maui Board of Realtors. So thanks to Myra Computer, we are totally up to date.
And you can find everything you want in there. So you can look at our website, find listings every place on the island. You can figure out pretty much everything. You'll find restaurants. You'll find this. You'll find that. You'll find, or call us again. Call Roy, 870-7060, and we'll help you with anything that we can or find the perfect person for you to be talking to. But we're looking forward to that. We're now at the 1-minute warning, so we're going to have Danny Couch coming back on to finish us up with I Love Hawaii. And there he is, Danny Couch.
Aloha.
Love Danny Couch. Aloha, and thanks for listening.